Finally.
Right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Talkin with Jake and Tim, episode number 5. So let's get into it. Tim, do you want to say it?
Why would I say it? What am I saying?
All right. Let's roll the intro.
Ah.
So, first topic is in the title. Let's see. So
Oh yeah.
Facebook.
Being hypocritical. Ooh.
Actually,
Yeah, honestly, this is pretty hysterical. First of all, the title is Facebook criticizes Apple's iOS privacy changes with full-page newspaper ads. Facebook, one of the largest tech giants out there, started taking out newspaper ads.
Yep.
Yeah, what? Is this like a joke? This would be so funny if it's a joke.
I don't think it's a joke because I have a second article here that says Facebook hits back at Apple with a second critical newspaper ad.
Okay, this is just depressing. And then here, I don't feel like reading this. Give me the rundown. Is it Facebook saying Apple's is targeting advertisers and making their business hurt, or is it Facebook saying Apple is not respecting privacy as well as Facebook does? Because that would be hysterical if
No,
they
I
tried to
think
claim that.
I think what they're saying is that Apple, basically what they're doing is preventing many like advertising, or people that rely on advertisement through Facebook are not going to be able to make the money that they do because a lot of people are probably going to end up opting out of the targeted ads, which makes it way harder.
Okay, so Facebook is mad that they can no longer. So yeah, it's okay. So now that I'm reading it, it says Bloomberg News reports that ads related to iOS 14's privacy changes will make it more difficult for companies like Facebook to target users with ads, and they're using this small business guys to try and prove that they're not the only ones who are going to suffer because of this. I think I said this on episodes past. I don't have an issue with targeted advertising. For the sole reason that you're going to get advertised to anyway, so it might as well be something that you care about. So I don't really care. I mean, there are people who don't want that, and so the fact that Apple is now giving you the option is awesome. Apple, doing something good. Don't see that a lot, but it's nice when it happens. Apple, good job, you're giving people the option. Probably because you're going to introduce your own competition. There's been rumors for a while now that they're going to come out with a search engine to try and compete with Google, and their own advertising AI.
It's either going to be
It's either going to be like Edge,
yeah,
or it's going to be like Google.
yeah.
Man, they're going to have to. I love Google Chrome. Big fan. I use Gmail. I use Google Drive. Like, it ties in.
It could work is if, one, they do the integration like Google did, but also the government
Yes.
is going to say that Google has monopolized the search engine market pretty much, and so
They will?
What?
Are you sure? There's a lot of search engines out there.
Yeah, but no one really.
Yeah, you can argue people aren't using them, but you can't penalize a company for just having a better product that more people are going to use. That's a court case that you're not going to win. Even the U.S. government won't win that. So I don't think the U.S. government is going to go after them. I mean, that's not... The only way they could do this is if they have some sort of evidence that Google has been, actively sabotaging their competitors. Like, they've been downloading malware onto Yahoo servers somewhere. Like, I don't know.
Sure.
Like, they'd have to have some.
Yeah, I mean,
They'd have to have some really solid evidence to.
before others, they get paid for that from companies. So that would be my.
Yeah, but that doesn't make them. I mean, that's the search engine. That's their product, and so if they get paid by advertisers to change their product, that's totally legal. It's not. That's not something you can be sued for, unless it's like a class action for something really bad that Google accepted payment for. But I haven't heard anything about that. I don't think they're gonna get slapped with any sort of monopoly. I mean, those monopoly suits are so rare to begin with.
Wasn't Facebook?
Yeah, Facebook got threatened with it. I don't know whatever happened to it though.
No, just recently, I believe something else.
They did?
Yeah.
For what? I mean, I guess now they own a lot of social media apps, but whatever.
Instagram, WeChat, or not WeChat, WhatsApp, and Oculus, and like some other ones or something like that. So I thought the government had said something.
So they own a lot of companies. So what? How can you? I mean, most of those are in different industries. Oculus is a gaming brand.
Yeah,
WeChat is a
but they don't
communication,
have
and
one.
Instagram and Facebook are
I
all
think Facebook is
social media.
saying that I don't know. They're doing something.
That would be also a really hard suit. I mean, think about it. You're going up against a company that can hire the best lawyers there are out there. The U.S. government's got to have something real bad on them to win that case in any sort of fair court.
True.
And even then, they'll probably weasel out of it by just making some sort of software patch that like alters their stuff so they can't be, prosecuted again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Jesus, dude, you just turned up your gain.
Yeah, I know. I was told that that it was pretty low, so I just wanted to
Oh,
say
you
that.
were? Oh.
Yeah. Some of our fans.
Sudden change. Yeah, so Facebook, cool, I guess, but I think you're kind of, I don't know, I think Facebook being like, no, you're not letting us use their data is kind of funny because Facebook has been proven to be some of the worst
Their
people
second ad I find really funny. Apple versus the free internet. You're the ones that are like,
God,
yeah,
Facebook. Oh, that's a bad move. Look,
Yeah.
it's no secret I don't love Apple, but that's a stupid head. Like that Apple
Yeah.
versus the free internet. If they had said Apple versus right to repair, I would have been
Yeah.
like, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
But no, free internet? No, that's stupid. No, that's garbage. And they're doing this in newspaper. At least have some respect. At least use like Google advertising so you can get it on YouTube and search engines. Like, don't put it in a newspaper. Newspapers have it hard enough. Now you're putting bad ads in them.
Okay. All right. Let's switch back to our other view. All right. So let's do this for next up. Twitter is now testing its Clubhouse-like voice chat rooms. It's called their Spaces feature. It was first announced last month. In a thread announcing the test, the company said a very small group of users would be given the ability to create spaces, but in theory anyone could join them, though who would be allowed into any given space depends on the user who created it. So
I was not listening. I was busy trying to find the link. Clubhouse.
So basically, I think this is kind of like Facebook and house
Yeah,
parties, like. And
Yeah,
Zoom,
it's them
like
trying to. It's Twitter trying to make their own Discord.
Yeah. Without video.
Who owns Discord?
I don't know. You should look it up.
Somebody's got to start buying that up, cause man, it's got when it goes public, I'm buying stock, 100%.
I don't think it's gonna go public.
I don't know. They just got like I want to say it was a $3 million valuation.
How come when I search up who owns Discord, Discord runs on Windows, macOS, Android, iOS, Linux, and in web browsers? As of July 21st, 2019, there are over 250 million users of the software.
Because that's just their like Wikipedia page.
Yep.
And
Originally,
that's
they're owned
just
by
pure-
Discord Inc.
Yeah, so it's Discord owns them, so it's just their own company.
One of the
Okay.
people also ask, is Discord owned by China?
That's great. Yeah, this is cool. I'm not gonna use it. I don't have Twitter,
even think it's
so
that
I
cool.
don't.
I feel like they're just
I don't
blatantly
care.
copying like their competitors.
Oh, they totally are, but there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. I just don't think I'm gonna.
I mean, it's
use
not
it.
like you can throw a trademark on chat rooms. So if it's convenient for some people, they'll use it.
Yeah,
And if it's
yeah.
not,
But they're just like
Then they
copying all
won't.
the other platforms now. They just got stories, and then now they're called fleets, and then now they have
yeah,
this.
Twitter is like Facebook. They're desperate to hang on to
Yeah.
any remnants of relevance because they're slowly dying out. Like, Lord knows what's going to happen once Trump leaves the White
I
House.
was just
'Cause,
gonna
people
say,
will
yeah,
stop.
once he,
He's been solely keeping Twitter alive. Yeah. Okay. Neat.
Also,
guess.
in the Twitter news realm, they're going to be returning
Twitter.
retweets to the way that they used to be. So
Cool.
Twitter
I've
will,
never had Twitter, so I don't know anything
I
about
have it.
this.
I didn't think this was a huge deal, but Twitter will no longer automatically show the quote tweet prompt when you try to retweet something on as of last Wednesday. The change to the way retweets worked was first implemented in October ahead of the 2020 presidential election. Twitter's aim with the change was to encourage people to tweet and amplify information more thoughtfully. All right.
Oh, I do remember that. Oh, that's funny. Okay, what's the next topic? We're breezing through these.
Google is accused of search manipulation in third major antitrust lawsuit. Sorry, I also meant
Google?
antitrust lawsuits when I was talking, when we were talking about the other topics before.
Okay. Google accused. Okay, I found the link. Great, we're off to a great start.
Do you know what you can trust, though?
Search manipulation.
Do you know?
hate you. Don't do it. Don't do
Merch
it.
from ttpmerch.com.
I'm gonna trust a shirt with what?
What?
You say you know what you can trust. What?
Merch
your
from
merch? Your merch?
ttpmerch.com.
Your merch is just
Because
clothing.
it's gonna
Like
be
what?
good. It's
How
gonna
am I
be
gonna?
good merch. Use code HOLIDAY10 to get 10% off
understand
your
you.
order. Also, make sure to press that join button so that you can get discounts on our merch, not just during the holiday times. If you do press that join button, or go to youtube.com/techprofessor/join, and join either we have our range of 4 levels that range from 99 cents per month all the way up to $9.99 per month. Make sure you press that join button and you can get early access to these live streams or other videos and discounted merch and exclusive videos as well. Anyway,
Alright,
Google
so
is accused
this is
of...
gonna be really hard to talk about without getting into some like super ideological stuff. So here, let me try and summarize my thoughts and then I'll expand on them, which I know is the wrong way to do it, but we're gonna start there. In 2019, the Justice Department announced a broad antitrust investigation into tech industry, including companies like Amazon, Apple, Facebook, and Google. In the months following the announcement, the Department of Justice worked alongside states to build cases against many of these companies. Last week, the Federal Trade Commission and dozens of states filed separate suits looking to break up Facebook, unwinding the social media companies' acquisitions of Instagram and WhatsApp. So, really, I feel like there's 2 responses you could have to this. One is, so what? It's a company who got big enough to buy other companies to try and expand their portfolio and broaden. You know, that's how major acquisitions work. Why should you be able to file suit against this? And then I feel like there's this other argument, which I'm starting to see more and more in the tech industry, which is, these guys are getting really big. They control a lot of stuff. And don't forget, the U.S. is very capitalist. And a lot of the issues that come with capitalism is when you get industries that own so much of a person's life. When your phone and everything you use on it and your banking app. When everything is controlled by one company, you run into a lot of issues there. Or one conglomerate. And so we haven't seen that yet, and we won't. But it's getting to that point where there's a couple, and so that also makes it very hard for smaller companies. It decreases competition because there's no way you can compete against these guys. Like, You have to hope you get big enough where one of them sees value and buys you. That's really the only way to do it at this point. So it's really difficult. So I'm not sure really where I stand on this. Part of me says this is how our economic system works, and there's no reason you should be able to file suit against this. And the other part of me says no, economic system is great, and this is the fault in ours, and so policing that is okay. Like I don't know what the right response is here. It sort of comes down to what you think is the lesser evil, essentially, or what you think is a true danger in this.
Agreed. So it's a coalition of 38 states that filed an antitrust lawsuit. That's a lot of states.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm interested. Do they have a list?
I think Colorado and...
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Here we go.
Oh,
So we got state of Colorado, Nebraska, Arizona, Iowa, New York, North Carolina, Tennessee, Utah, Alaska, Connecticut, Delaware, Columbia, or District of Columbia, so D.C. Guam. Really? Guam is filing suit?
Yeah,
right. Territory of Guam. Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Kansas, Maine.
But they're not a state. It's not 38 states. What is this? This article.
Maryland, Massachusetts. They're probably not including the territories and district.
Yeah.
Minnesota, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Puerto Rico, and it keeps going. Rhode Island, South Dakota, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, this time the state, West Virginia, great state, and Wyoming. That's so many states, I couldn't tell you which ones were missing off the top of my head. I'd have to go through and actually think about it. So that's a lot.
We can read the entire complaint. It's only 115 pages.
And it's all in legalese. Are you sure you want to do that? All right, let's start. Complaint 1.
Bedtime
the states
story,
of
bedtime
Colorado.
Stories read by Tim Russell.
Sorry. Here you go. ASMR. The states of Colorado, Nebraska, Arizona, Iowa, New York, North Carolina, Tennessee, Utah, Alaska, Connecticut, Delaware, Iowa, Idaho, Hawaii, Illinois, Kansas, Maine, Maryland, Minnesota, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Rhode Island, South Dakota, Vermont, Washington, West Virginia, and Wyoming. The Commonwealth of Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, Puerto Rico, and Virginia, Territory of Guam, District of Columbia, by and through their prospective attorneys general, bring this civil antitrust law enforcement action against the defendant, Google LLC, Google, under Section 2 of the Sherman Act 15 U.S.C. 2, to restrain Google from unlawfully restraining trade and maintaining monopolies in markets that include general search services, general search text advertising, and general search advertising in the United States, and to remedy the effects of this conduct. And that, my friends, is the first complaint. That's the first paragraph, and there's 154 more pages, so I will be happy to do an ASMR reading of this if the people want it.
I don't think the people want it.
The people 100% want it.
Next up, Zoom. Once again, is lifting their 40-minute meeting limit for several upcoming holidays. On 10 a.m. Thursday, December 17th, which was yesterday, from 6 a.m. Eastern Time to Saturday, December 19th. That December 19th is the best day of the year.
Last day of Hanukkah?
For the last day of Hanukkah and Jake Brown's
Which
birthday.
is December 19th, right? No, that's why.
The last day of Hanukkah was yesterday, so I'm kind of confused
Sorry.
why they did that. That's kind of weird. They wanted to let me have
it is kind of weird.
my birthday, I think. And then
Probably.
10 a.m. Wednesday, December 23rd, to 6 a.m. Saturday, December 26th for Christmas Eve and Christmas. Did they get those dates right? Yeah. And then
Yes.
10 a.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday, December 30th to 6 a.m. Eastern Time on Saturday, January 2nd for New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and the end of Kwanzaa.
All right.
So that's pretty nice of them.
Yeah, cool.
They did
This is
for
really easy for
Thanksgiving.
this is really easy for them to do, and it's probably a publicity thing to make their name look better. But you know what? It's also helping people at the same time.
Yeah,
so I see no issue with this. Good job, Zoom.
Do you know what else can help you? A face mask from ttpmerch.com.
You literally just... I mean, all I did was read a paragraph of legalese, and you just plugged it again. Like, come on, dude. Haven't the people suffered enough?
Do you know where else you can get water? LTTstore.com. LTTstore.com.
But at least you're not plugging yourself anymore.
Shout out to Linus.
That's a Linus.
I'll take a drink from my water bottle that has no water in it.
Well, why don't you put water in it?
Because I was just using it for the plug. I do want to get water bottles like these, though. These are really nice.
You really are plugging Linus right now. All right.
They are
I
nice.
see you.
They're nice water bottles. Anyway, Massachusetts Governor Charlie Baker has refused to sign a law banning most government use of facial recognition. The Boston Globe reported last week that Baker sent in a thing to reform bill back to state lawmakers asking for changes that included striking the facial recognition rules. Massachusetts legislators passed the first major state-level facial recognition ban following a model set by individual cities like Boston and San Francisco. The bill says public agencies, including police departments, can't use or acquire biometric surveillance systems. It makes exceptions for running facial recognition searches against motor vehicle registration databases as long as police obtain a warrant or demonstrate immediate danger that requires a search. Would help fill the gap left by federal lawmakers who haven't passed a nationwide framework for using potentially invasive facial recognition technologies.
Okay, so this is super... You thought the last one was getting into ideological stuff. This is really touchy. One thing I do want to point out is they talked about how... So the first thing that was running through my mind when you read that headline was I was like, they already do this for if you run a ticket booth, they'll track you down using both your number plate and facial recognition. Like, that's already been in use for a while. So they said it makes exceptions for running facial recognition searches against motor vehicle registration databases. Yeah, I think how you feel on this is a personal thing. So speaking strictly for myself, and I mean very strictly, I don't have an issue with facial recognition software being out there, even in public. I have nothing to hide, and I don't fear the fact that the government knows what my face looks like and could identify me wherever I go. That doesn't scare me. It does to some people, and they probably have very valid reasons for it. But to me, I don't know. I don't really care. But that's a really, really hard subject to cover because it's, like I said, it's almost entirely opinion based.
Yeah. Here's a good one. NASA. Let's see. A Canadian astronaut will fly around the moon on a first crewed... Wait, what? On the first crewed mission of NASA's new rocket. Why are we letting the Canadians do it?
Finally letting the Canadians.
Why? No, but why?
I don't know. Canadians are cool, man.
Yeah, I know. That's where
They're
Linus.
chill. Whatever, dude. They got some great skiing up there.
Yeah, that's true. So one of Canada's astronauts will be sent around the moon as part of a partnership between NASA and the Canadian Space Agency, or CSA for short. The two organizations have formed... What?
I didn't think NASA was launching any rockets. I thought they contracted that all out to Blue Origin and SpaceX.
SpaceX, Elon Musk. Yeah, I don't know. The two organizations have formally agreed to collaborate on building a lunar space station called the Lunar Gateway. The Gateway is just one part of NASA's larger Artemis program, which focused on landing a woman on the moon by 2024.
Okay, hold on. I heard about this, and I need to rant for a minute.
Wait, you can't.
Absolute moron.
Wait. Okay, go ahead.
What was that for?
Well, look at the YouTube playback.
Oh, was I frozen?
No, but look at the YouTube playback.
Why?
I don't know if it's too late by now. Anyway, continue.
I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway. I just saw it. Okay.
I just created a button for that a while ago.
What?
Hey, you said
Absolute.
Twice.
So, as many people know, the first moon landing was on the Apollo rockets. Many of the earlier space missions were on the Apollo rockets. For any of you who know any form of Greek mythology, you might know that Apollo is not the god of the moon. He's the god of the sun. The opposite, many would argue. And Artemis is the god of the moon. So how did they get this so backwards that they had to figure out their Greek mythology like 50 years later? Come on, NASA. I thought you were smart.
I mean, Google wasn't around. I don't know.
Oh my god. Okay.
They had to
Greek
use
philosophers
Bing.
have
They had
been
to use
around
Bing
for
back then, Tim.
Greek
You know how bad Bing
philosophers have
is?
been around for thousands of years. This isn't new.
I know, I'm kidding.
So, you know what? At least they got around to it eventually.
Yeah. And they're with
To
the
naming it
Canadians.
right. And it's with the Canadians. And the Canadians are chill.
Yes, as pointed out in
Get
the
it?
chat.
Because it's
Thank you, Art.
Get it? Because it's like cold up there.
This one you'll like. I
Cool.
think this one is pretty cool.
Cool
this next up
dudes.
one. Hopefully the video.
Is it the one we
play.
talked about before?
Let's see. Oh, hold on. I have to pull up the article. Un momento.
Is it not the one we were talking about before?
No.
Alright, while you're pulling it up, I just want to
It's-
address something super quick. More stuff has come out about Cyberpunk 2077. We didn't do a whole gaming segment, sorry, but there's a little bit I want to cover.
Yeah, go ahead.
More stuff has come up about Cyberpunk being glitchy, but
Which
now it is, not denying it. I'm gonna go out here and defend it again. So most of the argument, most of the issues that have come out about it are surrounding last gen consoles. So yes, they said it would be backwards compatible, and yes, we should hold them to their word. But these consoles, they're what, like 3-4 years old now, and Cyberpunk was already a bleeding edge game. Like, that's not, I don't know. That just, to me, I can live with it. You know?
Oh well, if you can live with it, then like anyone can.
100%.
All right.
All right,
should we
that's
switch over?
all I had to talk about.
That's all. All right. Next up, an absolutely wild mod has brought real-time ray tracing to the SNES. Let's see if this short demo.
The SNES? They brought real-time ray tracing to the SNES?
All right, this video is playing. Let's skip through because I don't want to get copyrighted.
I'm amazed.
Turn off audio. No audio.
So, Jake, clearly you don't understand. The SNES was
no, it's the
one of
SNES.
but it's really the SNES. The SNES was like the gaming console for a long time.
I know what
like,
it is.
oh man, this looks amazing.
But so someone
How-
apparently brought ray
Look at how the
tracing.
light shaders are perfect and the pixels are garbage. Look at all
Yeah.
the polygons. I can count the number of polygons.
This is awesome. So this is 30 years after its release. Ray tracing technology, someone brought it to it. A programmer, it's a mod thanks to a programmer named Ben Carter, and it's done by a chip he's calling the Super RT. I wonder why. RT
Like
probably stands for
super,
ray,
like
ray
RT cores.
ray tracing, my guess.
Yeah, probably.
I was
That's what
making a joke.
Okay, not funny.
In case you don't know what ray tracing is, it basically, Tim, you'll probably explain it better than I can, but it's...
So basically, most light comes in two ways. They're either what called God rays, which are hard coded in, so somebody actually goes in and says, "Right, light's gonna go this way," or it's like an AI system that's like, "All right, the sun's over here, and there's some stuff over here with some shadows." So this is what it might look like. Ray tracing cores essentially take that, and they are able to accelerate that program using NVIDIA's AI learning stuff. So they can take that says, "Oh, there's a light source over here, and here's the stuff in the way," and they can accelerate that to the point where it's essentially real time. They don't have to wait for these light rays to render in, because now there's actually devoted processing cores to it. So they call it real-time ray tracing, because you can follow where the light is coming from in real time. You don't have to wait for the rendering.
Versus fake time.
It looks amazing. And like I said, NVIDIA uses their own AI processing stuff. So, like if you look at a game, the biggest one I've seen is like Minecraft. If you look at Minecraft, the way Minecraft is coded, they have some god rays like from the sun and from torches and redstone torches and stuff. But then most of it is really monotone. So a lot of it just has a blanket like, hey, it's pretty light, and then at night it's blanket, hey, it's pretty dark. But now with NVIDIA's learning, they can say, all right, there's a light source here and light sources here. And, you know, maybe lava has light and fire has light. But other than that, we're not going to put this blanket of light on because that doesn't make sense. So it has this super cool look to it. And, like, the way torches flicker.
You know what else has a super cool look to it?
Jake, I'm not done. I will leave this stream.
Alright, go ahead. Continue.
The way torches and fire can flicker, it can also mimic that sort of flashing, not really flashing, but flickering light. Okay, now you can play. See why I was so mad? I was so close to the end of my talk, and you tried to play. I'm so mad.
That was perfect.
It was not. It was garbage.
Right. I'm not gonna plug it now. Too late. It's all done. TTPmerch.com or the techprofessor.shop. So I actually do want to talk about gaming, and this one I'll actually know more about. But Cyberpunk 2077 apparently is not running very well on consoles.
I just said that.
Oh, you did? Did you?
Were you not listening?
I was looking over the article quickly, but about.
I basically
the refunds or no?
I didn't touch on that, but it's pretty widely known. It's running so badly on, especially last gen consoles. I don't know if they extended it to 5th gen or whatever we're at now. But CD Projekt Red said you can have your money back if you.
So, but no, that's what.
But they didn't. That's what they said, but they have no way to implement it really. So it's like
they're leaving it up to Sony.
Trying to get refunds.
They're leaving it up to Sony and Microsoft, but Sony's not really following through. I think, is what I heard, and so people are getting really pissed off.
I don't blame them. I would be very frustrated, but literally crashes on my PS4 and is unplayable. Yeah, like I said, when did the PS4 come out?
2013, I believe.
Really? That can't be right. 2013. So it's 7 years old.
Yeah.
7-year-old console.
But the hardware
and you're trying to run
decent.
It's okay, but you're trying to run a game that pushes even modern PCs to the edge. Like, I'm not surprised it's running poorly. And yes, CD Projekt Red should have known that, and they should have said that when they announced it. They should have said, "Hey, if you have a last-gen console, we'll support it, but it ain't gonna run well, so don't expect a lot." They should have just said, "You know what? This game is really hard, and last-gen consoles are old, and we're not going to support it because we know it won't run right. We know you won't have fun on it, so we're only going to support it for PC." I will say, this is one of the best times to point out PC Master Race, where just saying.
Speaking of hardware. PCs, if you have not checked out my Desk PC video series, make sure you check that out. There's a playlist. If you go to the playlist tab, and you can scroll down through my videos. The My Dream Desk PC parts 1, 2, and 3 are already out. Part 4 is coming hopefully within the next couple of weeks. Still working.
You're still not really.
All right. Well,
I had that thing for months now.
At least I'm not like Linus. He released his first part of his new Desk PC video series back in like April, and he has not uploaded a video since.
Lit.
No, it's LTT.
Did they fab it? Were they planning on fabbing it in house? Because then it's just Alex taking his sweet time.
Yeah,
which I'm totally okay with.
I don't know, but they were trying to do it in a 1U server thing.
Oh, really? What?
Yeah. Which I guess is cool, but no one's gonna.
But it's not going in a server. I thought it was a desk PC.
It is.
Or is it a server PC?
No, it was.
I'm actually down with server PCs. If you have a home server cabinet,
that's what Linus
do a
says.
server PC.
That's what I wanted to do.
And it's sick.
But
the ASRock board he has in it is amazing.
But they were trying to... No, they were just going to do a 1U thickness type desk.
Oh, that's not that hard then.
Well,
I mean, you'd have to water cool it, but theoretically, if it's a desk, you have pretty much as much space as you need.
No, but they're only doing it in a 1U size, so it's not a ton of...
Yeah, but a 1U is what? It's probably 3 inches tall? I'm guessing 3 inches is 1 U.
How much is a server U?
How tall is 1 U?
On average, oh no, wait, hold on.
Was it like 5? Because 2 U is pretty big. 2 U is probably close to a foot.
All right, a rack unit. So a U is hold on. Oh, 19 inches wide. 1.75 inches tall, I believe.
Ooh, 1.5. Okay, so that's gonna make it hard.
Yeah,
So
I
your
know,
triple
that
slot,
was like-
your triple slot graphics card. So basically, you have to water cool it. If you want to do it 1U, you have to water cool.
And
You're
even
gonna
that, the water
probably-
block has to be relatively small.
Not. I mean, EK makes some pretty low profile water blocks, and you
Yeah,
just
but
get right
if the
angle
tubes
fittings.
are gonna come up.
No, you do
and-
right angle fittings.
Okay, so yeah, you could do that.
So that's totally doable. Rads are you can do. Fan mounts would be hard. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure they'll figure out a way to do it. I don't really care. I don't understand why setting a challenge for yourself with 1U is significant.
I don't like that they like release videos like they'll.
I would say
release,
2.5 inches.
like,
2.5
or-
inches.
I don't
is-
know why they release
sorry.
videos like a while before and then they like wait so long. Like they should just release them like right in a row.
That's what you do.
Yeah, that's what I do, and it's way better. Except for this
No,
this one video.
Yeah, this one.
It's one video. The other 3 I released right in a row, but then I got
Well, it was like
sidetracked.
2 or 3 weeks apart.
No, they're 1 week after another. From the first to the third was obviously 2 weeks.
Look,
But
as I remember,
I can show you the publishing dates.
I feel like it was a while.
It was back
Regardless.
in August.
Doesn't really matter.
All right.
Yeah, that's probably not what they intended to do, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Just a quick one. Discord has added mobile screen sharing on their mobile app, which is pretty cool.
Cool.
So you can show your friends
More
your,
features.
your memes.
Show your friends your memes. Your
Also,
memes.
Firefox has updated.
Firefox,
their-
what are you doing?
Yeah, and they've updated.
Firefox, you're the edge of Apple.
Except
I mean,
they're not owned
technically-
by Apple.
Technically, Safari is the edge of Apple, but,
people
Firefox
actually
is
use
like
Safari.
the. Yeah, but like Safari.
Firefox is the browser for like people that they were like the first generation that like used like computers, like because this was one of
Yeah.
the first like actual internet browsers, and so I feel like a ton of people that have like older computers, this is like what they use. Anyway, their latest update brings native support for Apple's ARM chips. Not that anyone that has an ARM Mac is going to use Firefox.
This is true.
Apple has 2 things they've released. They've released their Apple Pro RAW photo thingy, not video, but Apple Pro RAW. There's no link for it here, but
Okay.
maybe there is. I don't know. But they've released their Apple Pro RAW thing, so basically, if you want to like edit photos, it'll be like way better or something like that. And
Okay,
they've
cool
also
for if you're
released-
into taking photos on your phone.
Yeah, and they, which like I'm happy about them doing. Hopefully they'll bring it to video soon. I am really disappointed they only brought it to the 12 and 12, well, like the 12 series and not the 11 series, because the 11 series can definitely handle it. But whatever.
That's what you get with Apple.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but they have to have some incentive for the new products. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly, because the 12
they've-
series shouldn't have existed, and they should have waited to do a complete series review.
And then they've also released their Apple Fitness Plus, which you can pay them money per month, and it's actually pretty cool if you have like an Apple Watch, because it will actually like show you your heart rate and how many calories you burn like right on the screen. And I've heard that some of the classes are actually pretty good, so yeah, you can.
Okay, so now they're challenging Peloton.
Yeah, and it's a way less money.
Okay.
But it also works with other like bikes and like stuff like that like smart ones that you have, believe.
Yeah.
I think it's a cool concept.
I don't know. It sounds cool, but like at the end of the day, it's just Apple moving into new markets. It's something they're gonna do, and it doesn't make them the best at it, and it doesn't make them the worst at it. But I don't think it's anything to jump at.
Continuing with Apple-ish news, Google Chromecast is going to be getting the Apple TV app soon, and Google Stadia, the beta is now live. They're making like an iOS web app, so like you have to play it through. Like
Wasn't Google Stadia already live?
Google Stadia, but this is a beta for iPhone and iPad. It's like a web app. So, if that makes sense.
All right.
So basically,
Don't game on Mac. So I don't know why you're gonna get Google Stadia, but
this is for
all right.
iOS.
I know. Don't game on your phone.
I think basically
Or on
anyway.
Mac.
Google, I don't think wanted to pay that 30% fee. So the way around it is what they're doing is they're using Safari.
Just a
or something
direct
like that.
deal or something? Oh,
I
they're
don't-
using Safari.
Safari, so they can get around it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how this is gonna work. So we reported that the Galaxy Note 2021, is that what it is, right?
I don't know what we're at. Galaxy needs a reboot too.
Yeah, they do.
Galaxy really needs a
Galaxy Note 21 apparently will continue, or the Note series will continue through next year, despite what we heard like last week or something like that, or 2 weeks ago. We heard that they were going to discontinue the Note line, which they should do. But it turns out they will continue next year, and I think they'll maybe stop after that. But yeah, just a quick update on that. And this one's interesting. Amazon's Luna Cloud gaming service is now available on Android. When did they make I was not aware that they made a gaming cloud service.
I agree.
And it's on... Wait, they have an iOS version too.
Okay, don't game on iOS.
And a service through the Chrome web browser.
Also, don't game on Mac or through Chrome. Yeah, cloud gaming system, they've never really grabbed my attention. Every cloud gaming system that's been implemented has had some
$6.
horrible drawbacks to them. So, although I will say, actually, reportedly, Cyberpunk 2077 is running very well in Google Stadia in comparison to other
that's what
platforms,
I heard that as well.
which is kind of funny.
I want to see if I can run it on Mac. I want to see how that works.
I think it's one of the games that I would be like, no, that's not going to work well at all. But anyway, getting off topic. Yeah, cloud gaming services have never grabbed my attention because there are some significant drawbacks to them, or at least all that have been
I think it's going to be the
implemented.
future,
And
though,
I
honestly.
don't trust it. It might be.
I think internet's going to be.
I'm not
going to
say
fast
it's
enough
not.
at some point. Like within the next 10 years, internet's going to be so fast that.
But
you'll be
you
able
also
to
have to
use
have
it.
that on consumer end.
What?
So it's not just on whether these massive data centers can
No, I
pump it
know
out.
that.
It's
No,
whether
well, right
your consumers
now
are willing to pay. No, it's whether consumers are willing to pay for your cloud gaming service, as well as, more importantly and much more expensively, the increased internet it's going to need.
Well, I think
support
so.
it.
Basically, what's happening, I think, is that internet speed is going to go up. Then the costs of right now 1 gigabit's like
cost of
the
your
highest.
internet is going to go up.
I think that the cost of the internet is going to stay the same. I think it will go
Maybe
up once-
over time, but not.
Yeah,
not
I think because
immediately.
1
Not
gigabit,
anytime in the next 5 years.
1 gigabit is now the top tiered one. Now 10 gigabit they have, it's very rare, but like Linus has it. But I think that that's going to be the next thing that's going to come out.
That's
in the
mostly
next
for
3
the
or 4
industrial
years.
aid
I think
space.
that'll come out for consumers in the next 3 to 4 years, and then the cost of gigabit is going to come down once that comes out. And then I think 10 gigabit will maybe be a little bit more expensive than what gigabit was.
Gigabit might come down a little bit. I think you're underestimating how much your network provider is going to want to hold on to those prices, because they can. They can hold on. We are so reliant on internet. If they say you got to pay more, we'll pay it because we need internet that bad. So
Maybe,
I
but
think
either way,
they will drop it. They will drop it because it'll make them look good. But they're not going to drop it a significant amount.
Oh, not a significant.
So I won't think anytime in the next 5 years we're going to get 10 gig. I don't think anytime in the next 7 years gigabit will be reasonable for your average household. And I don't think anytime in the next 10 to 12 years cloud gaming is going to be super widespread.
I disagree.
Unless they can find some way to optimize it amazingly and just pump it through these tiny channels that some people
want.
want.
The next 10 to 12 years, 10 gigabit will it'll be pretty much in everyone's house or close to, and that cloud gaming is going to be the
10 gig in everybody's house.
We'll see.
We're gonna have to have some major engineering feats to do that.
Where's YouTube?
We're gonna have to come up with the next fiber optic to do that.
Is there like a clip feature? Maybe I'll just do it. Let's just do it clip that.
Knowing me, I'm probably gonna be wrong. I'm wrong about a lot of things.
Yeah.
So you know what? If they can prove me wrong, if they can make gigabit or 10 gig affordable,
gigabit's gonna be way affordable then.
I'll be totally fine with it. I'll be great because I love fast internet. Fast internet. Nobody's gonna turn down fast internet if it's at a reasonable price. So I'm totally fine with it if I'm wrong. But as of right now, looking at how ISPs love their profit margins, it's not gonna happen.
We'll see. I also think. Well, actually, I don't think it's gonna be from the ISP either. I think eventually.
What do you mean it's not going to be from the ISP?
I think eventually everyone is going to end up getting their internet from Sprint or T-Mobile, Verizon.
You think it's going to move mobile?
I think that the way you're going to get your internet in your house is going to be over like cell towers and stuff like that. I think they're going to get really good.
What utopia is this? I want to go there.
Wow. I think that's what it's going to end up being.
Yeah, maybe when we're like 80 and don't know what the new trends are.
I don't think so.
But,
I think we're going to have a, I don't know.
Sorry, I shouldn't say that. It's going to happen before we're dead, but...
I think it's going to happen in the next 15 years that we're pretty much, that we will
15
start
years that we're going to move... Your entire household is going to be mobile. It's going to be online data. It's not
we're going to switch over.
We're not going to have any sort of hardwired router.
So you're going to get a router that you put in your house that connects to a cell tower, and then everything else in your house can be wired Ethernet.
So there's just no internet. Oh, maybe, but probably not. Plus, the other thing you have to think about is you don't understand how hard it is to get a cell tower put up. People hate those things in their backyard for good reason. They're hideous and tall. Underground cabling is a lot easier to convince people of than a massive cell tower in a person's yard.
We'll see.
So,
I think that it will happen.
I think that's another thing that is gonna.
I think it's gonna start off in the cities, but slowly it will spread to more suburbs. But I can definitely
even in the cities it'll be hard because you can make the argument.
You put it on top of buildings.
You put it on a tall building, but here's the thing: wireless connections like that hate going through solid surfaces, and I would argue that steel and concrete is a very solid surface, so it doesn't travel super well through buildings like that.
Maybe. We'll see. Next up, Google. I believe it was it Monday? Monday. Google was having some issues.
Oh yeah, it totally
was. They had like Gmail.
Like everything.
Yeah, Gmail, YouTube, pretty much everything was down for I believe it was like an hour.
Yep. I missed part of my history class. Yes.
What? That's not possible. But anyway.
What? It was Monday.
It was from 6 to 7 a.m.
Oh. Well, then something else was going on funky, because there was a lot of people having issues.
Yeah. They said it was only an hour. I think it may have been longer or something.
It was probably like an hour-long critical phase, and then it was like spotty throughout the rest of the day, probably. But I was having a lot of issues with it. Anyway, you know what? Google, it's one of those things where you only get harassed if something goes wrong. You never get praised when it usually goes right.
It's never like for doing
like it almost never goes wrong. So they can have a pass this time. I'm okay with it. Yeah. Not because it happened to impede my school.
Next up, Tim is going to be really excited for this. Siri can now play animal sounds and more.
You know what? That's all Siri's good for.
You
is her cheesy jokes and her fake beatboxing. So
you can say, "Hey Siri, what does a blank sound like? A dog or a cat sound like?"
What does a fox say? You remember that?
Sure,
those were the days.
Yep. And then she will start playing, or he will start playing the sound for you.
Alright.
Wait, can I do that on my HomePod? I want to try that. HomePod Mini. Which, if you have not seen my video, go check that out. Next up, the Boring Company proposes massive Vegas expansion following monorail bankruptcy. So the Elon Musk tunneling venture, which the Boring Company is like his other company, or one of his other companies he has, is planning a massive citywide expansion of the currently modest underground transportation system it's building in Las Vegas. The startup now wants to build a 10-mile subsurface loop that serves the famous Las Vegas strip of casino hotels and reaches the city's downtown area as well as McCarran International Airport, all with Tesla vehicles. The Boring Company also wants to build an additional loop that connects properties owned by Caesars Entertainment.
I don't know how to feel about this yet. The one thing I will say is the whole thing. Is this just an underground highway, or is it their Hyperloop technology? Because the advantage of Hyperloop was that you could go really fast, but 10 miles isn't really a create enough distance for it to make a difference.
Yeah,
So
then it's probably not. My guess
it's
is
probably just an exclusive underground highway for if you're a Tesla owner. In which case, cool if you're a Tesla owner.
But isn't it? Wait, was the one that they the one that they built before, or that they started building, were those for like a hyperspeed thing? I just assumed those were just like underground highways.
Well, so the original concept was actually they would have you load your car into essentially like a pod, and then they would actually depressurize around you, and it would essentially become a vacuum. So you have like decreased air resistance, so you can just kind of zip through this tunnel. And it was called Hyperloop. Was the technology? It was essentially what they use in.
Immediately shut that down.
So that was the fear. Is like, what happens if you have a leak? You know, you have a massive pressure change, and you have to go through. Like, it's essentially what airplanes do.
Or
so you have to be really careful.
Opens the door and then.
Oh, you can't do that though. That's. I'm sure they'll have some safety features built in.
I have to pee. Opens the door.
Something more complex than a child
vacuum.
lock. I'm sure they have something more complex than a child lock, but there are a lot of dangers to it. Obviously, Elon Musk's company is, people said that about self-driving cars.
It's boring.
No qualms about that now.
It's just boring.
So, do you get the joke in that? Boring. They're predominantly a tunneling company. Boring as in boring hole, like a drill.
Yeah.
But it's spelled boring as in I'm bored.
Yeah.
Great.
They also made
Elon has some.
Yeah. They also made the not a flamethrower. Big fan.
Not a flamethrower.
Yeah, because it would cost too much to ship if it said a flamethrower.
Did you hear the whole story a couple months ago when Elon Musk came out with the Model 3? He wanted to name it the Model E. But technically Ford has an old car, and they trademarked the name Model E. So he couldn't get it, so he changed it to Model 3.
I still can't believe
But now it goes Model
my
S,
cousin told me
Model
this.
3, Model X, Model Y.
I still can't believe that's what
Elon,
that was.
man, he's so good.
I never,
So
that
good.
never crossed my mind that, that was a
And then
thing.
the Roadsters
And
are just kind of sprinkled in there.
Yeah.
Because technically the first one was the Roadster one, then Model S was the first, actual production car.
Did they even,
then
come
the
up with the
3,
Roadsters,
then the X,
really?
then the Y. No, so it was basically a proof of concept. So Elon Musk still has one, but it was some of their first cars they ever made, and it was essentially like their Kickstarter campaign was they would, if you supported their Kickstarter, you got a Roadster. But then after they became an established company and they said, all right, we're going to take this seriously, we're going to make a mass-produced car, they did the Model S, was the first one. And they're coming out with the Roadster 2. They've been teasing it for a long time now. But by all means, it looks like a great car. So hopefully when it comes out, it'll be good. Because the Roadster styling it's amazing.
Yeah,
it looks
sick.
Fantastic.
But these tunnels look pretty cool, I guess. Made it way to, like the monorail tunnels are already there, so might as well make the best of what's there.
Yeah, I don't know enough about it.
I think it's gonna cut down on highway traffic, so that's good.
It's not going to do that, especially if it's exclusive to Tesla owners. It's not going to actually cut down on highway
I don't
traffic
know if
anything
it's
significantly.
to Tesla owners.
Even if it's not going to do it significantly.
Microsoft Office is now natively supported on Mac OS as well.
Okay.
Woot woot.
Woot woot.
Among Us has come to the Nintendo Switch, or the cross-play launch, I guess. So now I guess you can play it with other consoles, I guess. Pretty cool.
Okay, fine. I think among the Nintendo Switch is the perfect platform for Among Us. But then again, Among Us can be played on almost anything. Like League of Legends, it can be played on a potato. So,
a couple other interesting ones.
I guess cool.
So Google, they used to give you unlimited storage. I think it was right for photos.
Yeah, on Pixels.
Yeah, on Pixels. I thought even on even on regular ones, I thought you could too. Just even on if you download the app, I thought that was you could too. Maybe not.
They had cloud storage options that were unlimited, but you had to pay.
Yeah, I know, but I thought photos.
But on Pixels, it was
maybe
included.
it was just Pixels. I guess. Anyway, so they decided we talked about this before. They decided to get rid of this, and to take place, they'll be able to add a 3D effect to your 2D photos. Which
I'd rather have unlimited storage.
Exactly. I find this completely stupid. Yeah, it makes no sense here. Yeah, Yeah, it makes no sense. I'm not really sure what they were thinking there. some guy's just like in his office. You know what? The people want? They don't want unlimited storage.
This
want
unlimited
3D
storage is taking too
photos.
much server space, man.
Yeah. I still can't believe their first like Google like server was like built out of Legos. Like the PC that it ran on, like the case was built out of Legos. Still find that pretty cool. There's some good images online. Walmart will use fully driverless trucks to make deliveries in 2021.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
People are gonna be freaked out. I am
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, I'm not
I don't
either.
shop
I don't
at
order.
Walmart.
Yeah,
like
that was my
so.
thing. Although you
Okay.
can get $8 Walmart shoes. Those are pretty good.
Yeah.
Gaitic, which is based in Palo Alto and Toronto, outfitted several multi-temperature box trucks with sensors and software to enable autonomous driving. Since last year, those trucks have been operating on a 2-mile route between a dark store, a store that stocks items for fulfillment but isn't open to the public, and a nearby neighborhood market in Bentonville, Arkansas. Since then, the vehicles have racked up to 70,000 miles in autonomous driving mode with a safety driver like still there. It's pretty cool, I guess.
I want that to be my job. I just get to kick back in the passenger seat and hope my car doesn't crash.
I feel like that'd be what?
Amazing.
What? That's not going to be a job. It's just going to be like a thing that happens soon.
So I don't get paid to use my time. They don't pay me to use my time for saying.
No,
this
I'm just
car
saying that your
makes
car
deliveries.
at some point is going to end up like the one that you actually own will end up being fully autonomous at some point.
It might be, but don't underestimate how much I enjoy driving. I'm not gonna. If I have 2 cars, maybe one of them will have an autonomous feature. But man, if I have enough money to buy an autonomous car, then I'm getting a Dodge Challenger Hellcat first. So.
Oh, those are pretty cool.
Sorry, Dodge Charger Hellcat. Sorry,
Yeah.
Challenger.
No, Challenger.
Not a big fan of the styling.
Wait, are you sure? The Challenger's the one with the 2 doors. I don't think they make
No,
a
that's
Dodge.
a coupe. They do make it a 4-door Challenger. I'm pretty sure. The Challenger has the long grill, and the Charger has the grill is the easiest way to tell it apart. Challenger's a little
The
squatter
Charger
and
is a
wider.
4-door.
The Charger has a 4-door model.
No, I'm
But
pretty sure.
that's not what defines them though.
I believe the Charger. Does the
I
Charger
think
come-
there's a
I don't think there's a Dodge Charger 2-door.
there is a Challenger 4-door. I think. Yeah, there is a Challenger 4. Oh no, they're all mods. Just kidding.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think you're
Whatever,
thinking of the
but-
Challenger.
No, I'm definitely thinking of the Challenger. That's why I corrected myself.
Oh, okay. You said Charger.
I said Charger, and then I said, sorry, I meant the
Oh,
Challenger. That's the cooler one.
Oh no, that's what you said. The opposite, I think.
I
Anyway.
did not. I'm 100% sure I did not. You can roll it back. I made a mistake, and then I corrected myself. I didn't say the right thing, and then change it. They sound the same. Dodge, fix your naming schemes. The Challenger is the only one that matters. Old Chargers look amazing, but
the
then you
old
change the
Chargers look-
styling.
No, and then
now
I
look-
thought they changed
uh,
them back. Didn't they change them back or no?
No, that's what the new Challengers look like.
Oh, the new Challengers.
Old Chargers.
My
That's it.
favorite one's the Dodge Viper.
Oh, I hate the Viper styling.
They look pretty nice.
No, the best one is the Mustang Mach-E. So good looking.
Yeah, I know.
Or
I
the
think- I
GT7.
think
Ford
my dad's
GT70
looking-
looks
My
good.
dad's looking into getting the Mach-E. I wanted to get
No,
a
the
Tesla. Yeah.
There's an old Mach-E as well.
Oh, I'm talking about the new one.
No, I'm talking about the
The
old
new
one.
one
The
doesn't
old
have
one's
any
like
door handles.
good old muscle car.
It's just like a
Yeah.
haptic.
Have you seen the new? Have you seen the new Mach-E like SUV though?
No, that's what I'm talking about. The new one.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the. Oh no, the SUV looks like garbage. No, they originally unveiled like a Mustang Mach-E like muscle coupe, and it looked sick.
Oh no, I'm talking about the SUV. The SUV doesn't have any. door
No, I
handles.
hate the SUV. Oh,
No, it looks. I think it's pretty nice. The inside.
not
The
my
one thing
thing.
I don't like is they have like a vertical screen.
I haven't looked at the inside. Okay, I
They have
can't
a-
speak
hold on,
to the
hold on.
inside.
Wait,
but
wait, let me.
The
Well, the inside looks
styling
pretty
looks
nice.
like garbage.
So the inside, right? They have a vertical screen, which first I don't like, but then in the middle of that vertical screen, they have like a dial, like in the screen. It looks so bad.
This looks like the Jaguar I-Pace,
I don't know.
but like worse. It's the same thing. It's an all-electric SUV with like really sleek lines, no grill. Very similar, but I think it looks worse. But when they originally unveiled the Mach-E, it was like an actual, like it had very similar styling very similar styling to like the old Mustang, like this one. The Mach-E
Speaking
Coupe.
of styling, we haven't plugged the merch in a while. Make sure to head over to thetechprofessor.shop or ttpmerch.com to pick up some new merch. We have new shirts, sweatshirts, face masks, and hats. So yeah, use code HOLIDAY10 to get 10% off.
The Mach-E Coupe looks amazing, and then they said, you know what, we're gonna take the Mustang name and we're gonna put it on an SUV, and then they just kind of made it beefier. And they, like, honestly, yeah, the headlights look amazing, but they look better on the coupe, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, not a fan of the styling. But
My dad was looking
it should
into
be a fun
getting-
car.
It was looking into getting that or the Tesla Model Y.
Model Y, go with Model Y.
Yeah, that's why I
Better
keep
looking
saying
car.
to him. He keeps saying no.
Yeah,
But,
go. I don't know what the price is like, so I can't obviously.
No, I think the price is pretty fair. Anyway,
I'll
Apple
never forget
has,
my dad. He had like a number 3,000 spot to get the Model 3, because he had to like reserve your spot, and
Yeah.
he pulled his deposit back before he ordered it.
Yeah, he shouldn't have done that.
Never forgive him for that.
You should tell him to put a deposit down for the Cybertruck.
No, I'm not gonna tell him to do that.
It's $100.
Yeah, but the actual cost of the truck is gonna be something.
It's actually no. I looked at the pricing. The pricing's
70
actually
grand or something like that.
no. It starts at like I thought it started at like 55 or something like that, or 50.
Okay, so if you're looking for like a nice truck, then it's reasonable. But like,
Yeah.
I have no need for a truck. So.
But yeah, but it's kind of sick. Anyway, Apple.
I'm not gonna spend another $20,000 because it looks kind of sick though.
It does. It looks kind of sick.
Because I have no need for a truck. I have no need for the features they're charging me extra for. This is why you get caught up in the Apple stuff.
I
Is
don't
because
know.
they're charging you extra for features you don't care about, and you say, "But it looks great, and it's Apple, so it."
That's actually not
feels
true.
nice.
For
They got
Apple
good
products, I do
quality."
utilize pretty much all the features they give me.
Okay, then you're definitely in the minority.
Yeah, I am. I'm cool like that. I'm special.
All right.
Apple has killed an upcoming Apple TV Plus show about Gawker.
The news site that went bankrupt.
I believe so. A now defunct news organization. Yeah.
Oh,
According to a report by the New York Times, the show called Scrapper is one to add to the list of stories about Apple killing projects that touch things that are too sensitive or edgy for the company. When
Yeah,
Tim Cook found out that Apple
Gawker
was
would definitely get shit
was
too.
working camera, hold on. When
We're not
Tim-
going to talk about it on here, but if you want to look up some funny headlines, look up Hulk Hogan suing Gawker, because that was so funny.
When Tim Cook found out that Apple was working on the show, he reportedly sent an email saying that he was surprised to hear about it. He also mentions he disliked Gawker. Although Apple has decided to kill the project, the show is back on the market, where another distributor could buy it and finance it. That's
All
pretty
right,
interesting.
Netflix,
Tim,
you've already-
you want to go halvesies?
What?
You want to go halvesies?
Oh, split the cost?
Yeah, for the TV
No,
show.
I'm good.
This will be your only
Netflix-
chance to be a TV star.
Netflix.
And I
you've
mean
already. Gee, thanks, bud.
just kidding, I'm
You'll never blow
I'm just
up.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Netflix has already had some really bad judgment when it comes to what they produce. So Netflix, don't pick this up. Hopefully Amazon Prime will do it, and then they go bankrupt, so that way we can not have to pay for like 1,000 different streaming services.
Okay. On that note, Google has discontinued the Google Home Max. Isn't that
Which
like that speaker?
is-
It's like that big speaker that came out like a month or two ago.
Oh really? That one that just came out that I,
I
saw an
think
ad
so.
for
Wait,
literally
wait.
an hour ago.
Hold on. Is this the? I think this is the one, right? Did you watch like the short circuit video on it?
Now I just have to look it up. Yeah, because it was gonna be the competitor to the Alexa or HomePod Mini.
No,
Google-
to the regular
Yeah, it was.
HomePod.
No.
Oh,
to the
that
HomePod
like
Mini.
price wise, yes.
Price wise, and it was the feature they were touting was the fact that it had better audio.
Yeah.
Very similar to the. Oh no, this is not what I was thinking of.
Is this not the one? Which one is this?
This is not what I was thinking of, but this
What were
is
you
a thing.
What were you thinking of?
I don't know what I was thinking of now.
Oh, this launched. Oh, this is a different one. Wait, what? This launched in December 2017 for $399. Okay, so this is not what I was thinking of.
Yeah, we were clearly thinking of whatever.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? I thought that...
That
was
is
that,
still
like,
a competitor, and I will argue, even though I haven't tried either of them, probably better bang for your buck than Apple's.
Probably. What is that new one called? No, now I want to know.
Here, I'm sure we can
Nest.
find it. It's under, is it
Audio
under their Nest
entertain-
stuff?
Audio entertainment.
Nest Audio.
That is called...
the room filling audio package. What is this?
Learn more.
Because it's got two
Yeah.
of these Nest Audio speakers.
Oh, it's just Nest Audio. Okay. That's a dumb name.
It is a dumb name. I'm with you.
That's like, yeah.
Even the HomePod sounds better. Than
That's
that.
like
And
Apple
HomePod
calling-
is a stupid name.
It's actually not. Do you know what everything that Apple calls, like pod?
A pod.
It refers to, that's like music.
Yeah, got it. But it's still dumb.
And then home. But that would just be like Apple calling the iPod MP3 player. Like, that's basically what they're doing with the Nest Audio.
Pretty much. Hey,
Could you
don't get
imagine?
MP3 players.
The thing that changed the
would-
music industry.
That would be pretty funny.
MP3
Loki
player.
would buy it. That would be such a meme.
Disney. I don't really like this one. But Disney is now going to stop photoshopping masks onto people. Like, I don't like that they did this.
They Photoshop masks onto people? What?
Apparently, wait, people don't have to wear them in their on-ride pictures. So, you know when, like, you take a picture when you're, like, on a roller coaster or whatever?
Oh, yeah?
So apparently they were, like, photoshopping masks onto people or something to, like, show that they're safe.
Wait, but then what's the point of not wearing it?
Because if people don't...
So you
I don't know.
you didn't
They
have
wanna
to
look-
wear it,
Yeah, but they
but
wanted
then they
to
would
look
Photoshop
safe.
it onto
Because
you
they wanted
anyway.
to, because they wanted to look safe. If people, like,
That's
shared the photos.
stupid.
Yeah,
Oh, that's so dumb.
agreed.
Yeah, okay, I guess good job, but that's like missing the last shot in basketball. Never mind, this was going to be a dumb analogy.
Yeah, that's...
you did a
once you
bad
started
thing and
with
you're-
that, I was like, wait, what?
You did a bad thing and then you remedied it, but I don't think that means we should applaud you. Put it that way.
Facebook has launched its Collab music app to the public. This allows users to create short-form music videos by... What's the difference between this and Reels? Like, they're making things to compete against their own products. It's a short-form music videos by combining up to 3 independent videos. So, for example, 3 musicians could each play a different part, I guess this is not the same, of a song and combine them into one video, but each video that is created is also posted to a public collab feed where people can view and play along with it if they choose. Guess that's pretty interesting.
If they do it well, it will be very good. I have a sneaking suspicion they're not going to do it well.
Yeah. Probably. I guess we'll do let's do our last one here, because it's, yeah. Oh, yeah, we definitely. Tesla has reportedly suspended production of the Model S and Model X for 18 days.
Any reason listed?
Let's see.
Does it have to do with like unsafe working stuff due to COVID?
Why and but the workers on these production lines will apparently get a week's pay, some paid holidays, and will have opportunities to work on other teams within the company. 18 days.
Okay.
That's not a lot, but that's not a lot of days.
18 days? That's 3 weeks,
Yeah.
almost. A little less.
The memo also says the workers can volunteer to help with delivery of vehicles to customers while production is on hold. All right. In the third quarter,
Like
of
it seems like
2020
something bad happened, and they're doing everything they can to like help
Yeah.
remedy it. So I
I
guess
don't know.
good job, but I don't understand
I'm
what
not-
the issue is here.
Yeah, it's weird. They produced 145,000 vehicles in the third quarter and delivered 139,000.
Hey Jake, check when we started streaming.
Why? What do you
Just
mean?
check on YouTube. Check when we started streaming.
Where does it say?
At the bottom underneath the title, it says started streaming blank minutes ago. But
I hate you. I know that it's gonna say.
I'm a 5th grader. We just lost 2 viewers.
Wait, no, I need to get to it. Ah,
Funny
Quickly.
number moment. See, Ari
no!
gets it.
Oh, I missed it. Too bad.
Did it change?
Yeah, I missed it. Do you have it?
What?
Did you screenshot it? You should have screenshot it.
No, I didn't screenshot it.
You
Why would I have
stink.
screenshot? It's gonna happen every time we stream anyway. But it's just a good time,
Okay.
good moment.
Anyway, you know what else is good? Merch from ttpmerch.com.
All right, and with that, it looks like we're wrapping up the episode.
Please
here.
please make sure to head over to the techprofessor.shop or ttpmerch.com. It would help out the channel a lot, and you can show your support. Also, please make sure to hit that join button, the little blue join button down below, so that way you guys can get early access to videos, live streams, exclusive videos, and discounted merch. Also, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook to get some behind-the-scenes stuff, or a little bit maybe, at the TechProfJB, and head over to the techprofessor.net, so that way you can join our forum and we can answer any questions you have about tech stuff. So that is Tim, and I'm Jake. Thank you for the Tech Professor, and thank you for joining us for Talkin' Tech with Jake and Tim, and we'll see you guys next week.